Hi everyone, we're just waiting on a couple of our players to arrive. Once they do, we'll get started. Thank you for your patience. Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 13 of the Quest Collective, Chaos Take the World campaign. I'm Steve, the DM, and I'm glad you're all here. So as a heads up, we are missing a few players. Two of them are not able to attend at this point, and one is, I think, asleep. So we're going to try and keep you guys entertained for a little bit, but if we do not get that fourth person to join, we'll probably end early, but for right now, we'll pick up where we left off, with the gang having successfully, shoot, what did they do yesterday? Yeah, so yesterday they had their tournament, and ultimately, Luke came out on top after besting both Hobrock and Frank in a 1v1 match. Afterwards, they acquired a genie lamp. And it turns out the genie was the one that Sergeant Murphy used to essentially come to the world that he is in now. They made their way back to Varrock, where, after spending some time at an inn to gather information, Frank went to investigate the wilderness to see that a bunch of people had been disappearing and going north into the wilderness. And the others went to the Varrock Museum to acquire a task to find some missing archaeologists who had inadvertently killed each other because one of them had acquired a cursed sword. And unfortunately, Cadet Seaman had then picked up said sword and tried to kill everyone. Thankfully, Hobrock stopped him. Now the group is heading back to Varrock Museum after exiting the secret passageway and climbing their way out of the sewers. So, as you guys are making your way back to the museum to report in, anything you guys like to talk about?
Brock would. Sorry, this is probably too far away. Forgive me, give me a moment. So remind me, it was Sergeant Murphy that has the sword last time, yes?
Yeah, he's just carrying it on his back and he's taking a nice drink.
Alright, then Hobrock would just continue walking, just staring at the sword for a moment. Sort of, concerned if Murphy would have turned, but seeing that his sheath probably has more confidence then. I know he's not here, but this is basically her reaction that I had planned since he picked it up. And she basically looks around and goes, me wonder what we going to do with cursed sword. We give it to museum or we break it?
I don't know. But we have quite the cursed sword collection now, don't we?
Can it even be destroyed?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. What was that?
Sorry. Can it even be destroyed?
Hobrock shrugs and goes, with something hard enough, anything can be destroyed. But question is, how strong is that?
We could always try swinging by excuse me. We could always try swinging by Horvik. Maybe he could try to destroy it, melt it down, etc.
Okay, so I got disconnected.
Aspects of the sword you can
I
think
got
of?
disconnected again.
God damn it, I thought you fixed your wires.
I need a new computer or I'm gonna flip a shit. Give me one moment to find out why this time.
Keep going, Albert.
Alright, welcome back, everybody. I'm so sorry. Just another network issue. Please have patience. I thought I had fixed this, but apparently life tends to be funny that way. I'm gonna assume it's mostly because of the weather that I'm having. So, what did I miss? I'm sorry.
Albert asked Book Steve if he knew anything about the cursed sword, and Book Steve was asking if there was anything discernible about the sword to help him narrow it down.
Luke would dig into his bag and grab the long sword by its sheath and pull it out, and you take the hilt end and kind of put it in front of the eye of the book.
Oh. Book Steve is thinking for a little bit. Well, I think Albert is typing up something, just to let him say something. Oh, okay. So after looking over the hilt and then glancing down at the sheath a little, he goes, "Yeah, I think I heard something about this. Supposedly, these swords might be cursed with the souls of their wielders, and their particular vices come out. There's like 4 swords in total, I believe. A short sword, a long sword, a scimitar, and a great sword. Looks like you guys at least have the long sword and the great sword, huh?"
Oh, no. Our good buddy Clyde actually has the short sword.
Huh.
As well.
3 out of 4. Not bad. Still, though, I mean, what exactly do you want to know about the sword, besides, like, them being cursed and being a set of 4? Can it be destroyed or undone? And Book Steve is like, I don't think you can destroy them. I mean, unless you have some qualm of destroying souls that are trapped within them, but I'm pretty sure they're fairly hard to break. As for undone, I don't know enough about them, but I do think you might need all 4. If I had to recommend something, you probably want to look into, like, the historical events related to the swords. If I remember correctly, like, they're related to, like, 4 heroes who disappeared one day, like, sometime in the 4th age, I think. So that would be my suggestion.
Harbrock is trying to like read it as much as he can, and she goes, "So sword can't break." Oh, she looks at Book Steve and goes, "Frank touched it." Sorry, hold up. I promised the people at the audience. Cadet Seaman Frank touched it. Is he cursed to have his soul and sword now?
First off, you see the book kind of convulse a little, almost like it's laughing a bit at the mention of Cadet Seaman. And after calming down, he goes like, No. So, the curse is like this. The original wielder's soul is trapped in there. It doesn't eat the soul per se, but each sword kind of curses whoever uses it. If you indulge in the swords too much, they kind of curse you like that. But if your buddy let it go after a while, since that's what it looks like, he should be fine.
So basically, drop the sword, break the curse.
Well, assuming you haven't indulged it. So a religious ritual would not free it, I assume? Not in and of itself. I think the main thing is to find out who created the curse in the first place. So sadly, I don't think the prayers of Saradomin would be enough, at least in this case. But yeah, if you can somehow get the person to release the sword, it should at the very least free them from having to hold the sword and whatnot. They're very possessive like that.
Habrak just got a little confused as she's just trying to understand the concept of the cursed sword as she goes, so maybe museum can help us?
I mean, probably. They do have a lot of historical stuff going on there. You may as well ask them.
Most logical start.
I mean, how'd you come and find the sword? Usually all accurate. But yeah, how come you guys found this sword anyway?
We've been delving through dungeons on chases for relics.
Ah, I see. Guess old habits die hard. But yeah, you should probably ask the museum. And as Book Steve says that you guys make it back to the museum. It's starting to get pretty dark. But yeah, the museum still seems to be open, but it's definitely looking a bit more deserted now that it's towards the end of the day. And inside you see the curator looking over some stuff on his clipboard.
Hello there. I was hoping you could help me and my friends out. Great place you have here, by the way.
Oh, welcome back. How'd it go looking for the archaeologists? Did you find them?
Yeah, we found them.
Why do I have a feeling I'm not gonna like how you found them?
Oh, because you're really not gonna like how we found them.
They died to some horrible trap, didn't they?
Ooh, one actually cut someone in half.
Habrak goes into even more vivid details, on a point where blood scatters, how the cutting in half looks like, how the impalement looks like, and points to the cursed sword. And that is why they all dead.
God damn it. We lose more archaeologists to cursed weapons than we do actual booby traps. Well, thank you for your time. Let me give you your reward for this. And you each get 1,000 gold pieces. Also, Albert just looks absolutely horrified at all the details Hobrock went into.
You're welcome.
Fuck you. Anyway, the curator looks at you. Now, you said I could help you out with something. What can I help you with now, especially since you've, well, evidently avoided the same fate as my archaeologists?
Luke would fish around in his bag again, and then pull out the longsword and show it to him, and he'd be like, "My friends and I have all found these strange weapon artifacts at pretty much every location we've been to while looking for a certain relic, or some archaeologists."
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this looks like free Asgardian leatherwork. Yeah, looks like around the 4th Age, probably around the founding of Asgardia under King Raladin. I'm impressed. This is some... You know, it's funny. The commission we got to investigate that area was from a Monsieur Dumas over in Ardoyne, and he was in particular interested in finding these swords. He mentioned that they were potentially dangerous. Evidently, the archaeologists didn't really heed his warnings. If you ever are in Ardoyne, probably look him up. Hold on. He pulls out a little business card and hands it to you. That's his address. He's an author. You might actually know one of his works, The the Count of Monte Crandor. He's apparently working on a new book that is related to the four heroes from the King Rowland days, and he was hoping to find some additional historical context to help ground the work. That's why he sent us out. And to answer your question, Albert, you do. You know that Monsieur Dumas is quite a famous author back in Ardoin. He's well known for his excellent work in historical fiction, taking a lot of the historical context from various areas and fleshing them out in different ways. Supposedly he has a new book in the works, but there's been some delays in the writing of it.
Wait, hold up. Humor me. Who is this again?
Monsieur Dumas? And then Albert goes, "Ah, the famous author. I have some of his books."
Habrak goes, Is it good book? She looks at Albert.
Luke looks in, wanting to know as well.
Very. If you need some, I can lend you.
Habrak nods and goes, maybe later when we find out more about Sword. I just want to make it clear that the way that she sounds is more excited because she thinks that all books are like the children books that she's reading.
She's in for some serious disappointment if that's her assumption.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, the curator adjusts his glasses and goes, "Yes, he's well known for he's a very well known author over in Ardoin. I'm not too surprised your friend here knows him based on the accent. But yeah, he asked us in particular to look into Athos since Athos is originally from Varrock back in the Fourth Age."
Habrak is nodding, trying to stay in the conversation. She goes, so we go to Artie.
Well, I mean, you can if you want to. Anything else I can help you with before I start closing things up here?
The author, as far as you know, is still in Artie, right?
Yes, I believe when we last communicated, he said he was going to be at home. He was planning to visit soon. If you guys want to wait a little bit, he is very likely to show up, and I am entirely going to have to talk to him about hazard pay. Oh, and Albert pronounces it correctly and goes Ardoin, for Hobrock's sake.
Habrak listens to him and goes, Ardung.
Close enough. And Albert, you feel Book Steve laughing at your side. So anyway, you guys done here at the museum, or was there something else you wanted to ask the curator?
Good question. Let me check. Maybe I have something that is historically as well. Hold up. Oh wait, the Golem power core. Does it have any symbol on it, or is it just a power core?
Golem Power Core. Remind me where you got that from?
Oh god, I think it was on the...
Oh, was it from Kamazal?
Yeah, this big old rock golem that we fought. I think I remember
the
you gave me
chaos.
those.
Yeah, that's right. You took it as a trophy. That's right. All right, as you pull it out, you watch the curator's eyes bulge out of his skull a little as he goes, "Is that a piece of a golem from Kamadzal? You've been to Kamadzal?"
Yes, we fight it, we kill it, me keep trophy.
Wow. I have to say this is in pretty decent condition given the fact that you, well, destroyed it is more accurate rather than kill it, but impressive. Very impressive. How important is it, and can it be useful? Well, it's arguably more important in regards to just the historical nature of it, but, gotta be honest with you, probably has no use now that it's been completely destroyed. But good lord, just look at the detailing on this. It's a shame we aren't taking too many of these for displays and whatnot. We've got a recent supply of artifacts that predate Kamadzal from Kamadzal. The Venture came by bringing them, so sadly I can't exactly take this off your hands, even if you wanted to give me.
Harbrock nods and goes, So it's good for trophy then. She says that she just puts it back in her trophy pouch that looks like it's starting to get, like, overcrowded in there.
Thank you. I think we are done with the questions.
Yeah, Harbrock is done, ready to move on somewhere, well, to get out of the museum first.
Yeah, we should probably get a move on. But thank you for your assistance.
You're very welcome. Have a nice day. And you guys head outside the museum. Where do you guys want to go now? It's pretty late now, so just as a heads up.
Oh no, that's actually good to know. Harbrock, like, just looks up at the sky and goes, So we maybe go shopping? Get better gears? Or better appearance? She said that she starts, just a heads up for everybody so you can understand. She starts looking at her old-ish attire before she has this new one from the image that she has on her now. She looks at the one that she has on her now and goes, me think me need to change. We be going to places that feels colder, chilly. So me go and get new outfit.
Alright. Lead the way.
And which way is that, Hobrock? Where are you going for your new outfit?
Good question. If Luke is the one telling me to lead the way, Harbrock has no idea where to go, so she just follows whatever the road takes her.
Alright,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have the option to go north or south. Which way you want to go?
Harbrock will go south.
Alright, you head down south past the fountain, and you eventually reach Crossroads. Now you can go either... Okay, so you can go left, which will take you to the east gate, or you can go right to go to the town center or the city center with the big fountain.
Let's see, I guess we'll go left. Wait, which one was the east gate?
Yeah, that's left. And Albert goes, "Clever. A new appearance for you would work up. Why are we following her?"
Harbrock stopped midway before turning around and goes, Good question. Why you follow me? Me not know city. Me lost.
Luke's just standing there smiling at both of you. Alright.
You dick.
Oh, you finally got the priest to curse?
The swearing priest. I take that as a win. Anyway, follow me.
Alright, where are you leading them, Luke?
I'll take him to the clothing store that's near the town square.
Yep, 1 second. I just gotta look up the name to make sure I'm saying it right. So you guys start heading towards the town center of Luke. You see a lot of the shops and such closing down. And as you reach the fountain, it's pretty late, but you do see that the clothing shop is still open.
Luke would walk up and open the door and hold it open and kind of wave them in.
As you enter Thessalia's fine clothes, you see a young woman starting to put things away. She turns and he goes, "Oh, hello. How can I help you folks? I'm closing up right now, but I could definitely take care of you before I do." Good evening. Forgive us for the late shopping. Our giant friend here wants a new attire. And he pats Hobrock.
Hobrock just waving. She goes, "Me want something not covering me too much, but is good for winter and good for heat. You know, a mix between two." That's how you say it, right? She looks at Luke.
He'd just kind of give you a thumbs up.
Something less covering, but still pretty warm. I see. Alright, let's take a look here. And Thessalia gets a little closer to you and starts looking you over, pulls out a little bit of measuring tape to get some dimensions on your muscles, your chest, or sorry.
She tries her best not to flex too much, afraid that she might just break the measuring tape.
Alright, give me one moment now. And she heads over to a little desk. She starts doing some calculations real quick, and then she disappears behind a counter a little bit, and then pulls out this nice looking fur jacket for you. She looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I think this should be the right size. This is a fur jacket we got from the Fremenic provinces. Good stuff here. Definitely great for winter time. It's definitely for somebody. It will definitely be a lot less covering for someone as big as you, but should still fit pretty well."
Hobrock looks it over and just like nodding at her words.
Anyway, that'll be 200 gold pieces if you'd like that.
Hobrock gives that but a little more, and she goes, "Keep change." Like not wanting to bother, or like not wanting to math at this moment.
Aren't you sweet? Well, thank you. Anything else I can help you folks with?
I don't think so. I don't know if I need anything from her or from you. Anybody else?
No, but if I were to be promoted from brother to father, are you able to make a new attire for such a rank? Thessalia thinks for a moment and goes, "Yeah, I do think I'll be able to do that for you, especially if you bring me any kind of documentation to confirm it. We have a specific selection for the priesthood here in Varrock." "Good to know, thank you." Albert bows and then says, Ceradomin's light guides you. Ceradomin's light guide you. That's better.
There you go.
Sorry, took me a sec. Anyway, So now that you guys exit out of Thessalia's shop, where do you guys want to go now?
You said it's still late, right?
Yeah, still pretty late in the day. You can probably go to one of the inns and get some sleep, but not a full meal.
Harbrock looks over and goes, me like idea of sleeping in church because it's free? She looks over to Albert. But me is a bit hungry. Maybe we go to inn and sleep there at the night.
Good idea. Better to be well fed.
So then I guess the closest one would be the Blue Moon Inn.
Yes.
So Harbrock leads the way, or at least starts walking that way, not because she knows where it is, but because she can smell the cooking.
As you guys are making your way there, the sergeant scowls and goes, "I'm not going in that ninja establishment. I'm going to find my own place to sleep."
Harbrock looks at them, shrugs, and just continues you on.
Anyway, as the rest of you get to the Blue Moon Inn, you see the bartender starting to close up, and there's only a few late-night patrons having the last few drinks. As you walk to the counter, he goes, "How can I help you folks?"
Me want ale, and me is hungry. What you suggest?
Pretty late. You don't want anything too heavy. We got some buttered toast.
Ooh, buttered toast. Yeah, that'll do.
I am resisting the urge to go into the Ed voice and say butter toast.
Butter toast.
I hate you. Brock looks and goes, how many of those butter toast?
Well, normally we just do 2 loaves of toast with butter on each, but seeing as you're probably a hungry girl, we can probably do about 5 slices of bread.
Me do that. 5.
Alright, that and 1 ale. Sounds good. Anything anyone else wants, or would you also like just a place to stay for the night?
Ooh, I'm taking buttered toast. I'll have what she's having.
Same size?
Absolutely.
Wine for me, Saradomans. A toast as well and a room for us. Alright, 1 Saradoman wine.
Well, look who's fancy here.
Yeah. Alright, 2 sets of toast, and then a room for 5. Alright, in total that will be 225 gold pieces, please.
Gotcha. And he would start counting out the payment.
Thank you very much. Those of you who are eating or drinking, take a seat. And those of you who can want to head up, here's the keys. And then Clyde takes it and leads Frank up there and says goodnight to you guys before heading to bed. And you guys find a table relatively easily. And not too long after, you guys get your toast and wine and ale. Luke, did you want anything to drink?
Just an ale as well.
Alright, so another ale for you. And yeah, you guys see that the bartender brings Albert a jug of this blue-colored wine. So, Luke, your fight of Hobrak. How scared were you and how close would you say you were to losing?
Brock just laughs and looks at Luke, wanting to hear his honest answer.
You know, when we first entered, there was some doubt in my mind. I mean, look at Hobrak. They're not somebody you want to underestimate. They could smash your head in with the quickness. But anyway, it came close quite a few times. I wasn't sure if my defenses were going to be enough. But in the end, I saw a couple of openings through their rage. And that was their downfall. In the end, I was just glad it was over.
Strategy versus brute strength. The victor is obvious. A learning experience for you. I hope, Hobrock.
Hobrock nods and goes, "Good learning experience. Me know where me may mistaken." She looks at Luke and goes, "Next time, me make sure mistake not repeated." And with that, she just, the food is with us now, or is just a drink?
Yes,
Okay.
the food is there with you. It doesn't take too long to make toast.
It just shouldn't. I was about to say, this establishment is taking too long. Anyway.
They're getting the artisanal bread and spreading the artisanal butter on with an artisanal knife. It takes several hours to do it.
Anyway, so Hobrock just starts eating her bread. Not with much manner, but she is keeping herself in the manner that Luke's Uncle Steve taught her. But she still gets her hand dirty, because instead of grabbing the bread by the corner or on the sides, she basically grabs it on the top and just starts eating it, licking her fingers, drinking ale. She still shows her slobby behavior.
Luke's just nomming on some bread after nodding at Hobrock's comment from before.
Well, at least it's not as bad as I thought.
What history do I have with Varrock? I used to patrol the streets here. I was a guard.
Oh, and you retired from it?
More so wanted a different way of life. My own way of life.
Hobrock continues eating and she goes, "You know, miss being home."
Well, my hometown is actually Lumbridge, but I suppose Varrock was a close second. However, no, not really.
Oh, hold on. Someone has just redeemed Hydrate Thyself, so hydrate with whatever you have near you. And and with that, Hobrock responds to Luke and goes, "Oh, me originally from Swamp in Phillip Hills. We were there before. Nothing changed. Not too much. Me not know if old tribe is there, or tribe that still that me from different tribes, so me not know if they still there, or all went to Moon to take over Moon."
Sounds
Can
like
you
you
try?
just...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can you try to explain that better, Hobrock? Why take over the moon?
Oh god, I want to go with the whole Gru thing, because we needed to take over the moon! Anyway, serious note on the response. She looks at Albert and goes, me not remember everything on words. Me know that fairy godfather came and asked Orc to help him take over Moon. We did. All fairies now under command of fairy godfather with Orc living in Moon. Me was against the idea because we took over Moon too easy. It's not good. Bandos don't want that. Bandos want battle. So me disagree with that. But Fairy Godfather wanted to take over Moon and hire us. But it was boring takeover.
You rejected your people all because it was boring.
Yes! Big High War God Bandos want us to take over the weak with strength. We not do that. We only take over and they listen. That's not prove strength. That proves only weakness from enemies. And we not kill them either, which is against Big High War God. So, me was against the idea and tried to tell other orcs. Some agreed, but others did not, and me got exiled from Moon. So now me trying to find a way back to Moon to get revenge on generals and Fairy Godfather.
That sounds like it would be quite the misadventure if we get around to it. And still in contact? Count me in.
Alright. So Albert, to roll us to see if her story is accurate, are you trying to check to see if she's telling you the truth, or are you trying to recall if this is accurate to how, I don't know, Bandosian religion works? Alright, so roll insight then for me. And alright, Hobrock, how honest have you been?
I would say everything that she said is honest enough, and it's mostly going by her memory of why they went to the moon and what they were doing in the moon. So it's more so what she believes she knows why, and probably somewhere along the lines of this is what she remembers.
Alright, so, yeah. Basically, you could definitely tell she definitely believes this to be true, at least based on what she can remember. But other than that, you can't really glean much else. Well, that is interesting.
Harbrock nods, and then looking at Luke on his statement, she goes, "Maybe, if we have enough room. Me here, Fairy has resistant to try and reclaim Moon. So me going to help to prove this is what battle is. I think I know we have human helping too. But me not know everything. Me have not fairy companion, but a friend that sort of said that they would come and pick me up."
Alright, alright.
Pick you up?
Yes, like, teleport me to Moon. Me still waiting. It can happen anytime. But hope it not when we fight against big giant chaos monster thing. Me want a good fight also. Me want all the good fight.
At least you know what you want.
Alright, after that, Harbrock just keeps eating and, like, I don't know, probably head straight to bed when we're all done eating.
Alright. Albert wants to do the same. Luke, anything else you want to do once you're done eating?
Nope. He'll just finish his stuff up and say goodnight to everybody.
Alright, so you all finish up, and then you guys head to bed. Alright, so give all yourselves a long rest, but as you guys go to sleep, you each have a dream. Albert, roll me a D100 real quick. Ooh. Alright, Albert. As you sleep, you have a vision. You see you and your companions marching through the wilderness, and you're approaching this volcano in what looks to be pretty deep wilderness area. And you see a variety of cultists kneeling and holding their eyes all facing towards the volcano. And upon it, you see Atlas leaning against it, and he looks at you and he goes, "At last, you have come. It is time for this world to be judged, and for it to burn." And then you wake up. Luke, for your dream, you are walking with three men who aren't familiar to you. And one of them has a great sword, one of them has a short sword, and one of them has a scimitar. You have a long sword at your side, and as you're marching through this area that looks like Falador, you can see, like, what looks like Falador, but, like, a lot older, not fully built yet, in the background as you look back. And you see that you and your companions are marching towards this tower. And then you wake up. Hobrock, for your dream, you are Well, you're on the moon. And while on the moon, you see the world below. And it's on fire. And then you wake up. And so it's the next day, and you guys all get your long rest.
Halbrock wakes up a bit confused at the dream, and she's like, She looks around, she goes,
You guys see Albert breathing heavily, and after he gets up, he goes and tells you about the dream or the vision he had.
I'm gonna assume the exact details of it, or...
Probably, Albert. Would it be the exact details, or would there be something you leave out? Yes, all the details.
Halbrock thinks for a moment and goes, Does this mean he is going to be there when we get there, or that is where we're going to see him?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Hard to say. Could be when we get there, which is when we are searching for the missing people. Just to put a... Oh, sorry. Anyway, Cadet Steeman has finally decided to join us. Welcome, Cadet. So first off, give yourself a long rest. Because the gang went to the Blue Moon Inn to, you know, rest up for the night. But yeah, it's the next morning, and I guess to give you a dream too, you dream of being underwater, and you're in this temple-looking place. There's black stones circling all the pillars and stuff, and there you see the body of Thomas, and in his chest is a hand grabbing onto his heart. And then you hear Thomas behind you say, "Do you really think you can save them, Frank? You can't." And then you wake up.
Frank wakes up, like, just quickly sits up and just... What the fuck just happened?
She look. Frank is with us, right?
Yeah, he was sleeping in.
She looks over and she goes, "Cadet Seaman Frank, good morning."
Good morning, Homebrew.
Luke looks to Frank. What? Strange dreams as well?
Yep.
Me too. Me was on moon, looking at world being on fire. Oh, and Albert say we might see giant on Wilderness Volcano, which I think we going to try to find missing people. Wow, I had a brain lag there for a minute. Like in real life, I slowly became in character with Harbrock.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally increased your brain ping.
God damn it.
We should head out then.
Good idea. As she goes and she puts on her new attire after being somewhat naked. for like a few seconds in the same room. She doesn't care. She just goes completely naked and then applies her new attire on, which is what she's wearing now that everybody could see in the dozer, and my little image icon is that like fur jacket that she has on her.
Oh yeah, Frank. How much did I say the curator gave you guys? Was it 2,000 gold?
1K.
1K. All right. So add 1,000 gold to your inventory, Frank. And Albert just goes, "My eyes." And then in your head, Albert, you can hear Book Steve go, "My eye."
This is why I wear glasses.
Not even those glasses can protect you, Luke.
Oh no.
Damn.
Luke would don his Shazian armor that he won, or earned, or what have you, with the group back in the Great Corrend.
Yeah.
Which, do we have the thing for that?
The updated dossier?
Yes.
That's up to Hobrock there. Albert also gets ready.
Wait, what's the question? If we have what now?
If you updated Luke's dossier with the new armor look he made.
Not the dozer, but I do have, because I had issues with that one. But I do have the icon, which I'm trying to update it again because for some reason it didn't.
Oh.
I guess if nothing else, we move on, I guess? Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else you guys want to do.
Oh, sorry. Rudy, that's funny. Yeah, Luke would start to head out, but he'd look at Hobrak and he'd be like, I think I'm gonna hit the weapon shop real quick before we leave town. Care to join me?
Good idea. We need probably to improve to improve ourselves before we fight whatever we going to fight at Volcano.
Alright, so I guess what weapon shop you going to? Sorry.
Oh, Luke's gonna go hit up the Varrock sword shop or what have you.
Okay.
Well, with that, if there's since we're on the road there, Hobrock would try to go her separate ways to go straight to the small marketplace that is in the center of the rock to see if there's any like magic jewelry shops, so she could try to get something to improve herself with accessories.
Alright, we'll start with Luke then going to the weapon shop. Is anyone else going with him to the Varrock sword shop?
I would like to tag in.
Alright, so Luke, Frank, Albert, which way you going? Alright, Albert's gonna go with Hobrock. So, Luke and Frank, you guys make it to the Varrock sword shop, which is just right across the street from the Blue Moon Inn. And shop owner nods as you come in, and you see he's got a selection of long swords, short swords, and daggers.
Good day, sir. Could I ask you, do you have maybe in the bags any cutlasses?
Well, let me take a look. If we do, it'd be up to adamant.
Ooh, I already have an adamant one, so don't even bother checking.
Alright. Anything else I can help you with, sirs?
What's an adamant longsword run these days?
2,080 gold pieces.
If I was looking for an even bigger sword, where could I find
sorry.
that?
Sorry, I meant to say 3,200. My bad. I looked at the wrong price out of character. As for a great sword, well, if you really are in need of a great sword, you'd probably want to check the Grand Exchange. That's kind of the main place people go to when they can't find what they need here. It's the northwest.
Luke nods. And nods. Very subtly. He's like, okay, well, unfortunately, I may have to go do that, but thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Have a nice day. Anyway, I guess you guys are gonna start heading to the Grand Exchange?
Si, senor. Yes.
Alright. Well then, as you guys start making your way north, we'll head back to the market with Albert and Hobrock. As you guys are looking around, you don't see any stalls for magic accessories, but you do see a shop called Zaff's Superior Staves.
Hobrock will go to that, I suppose, whatever that is.
Alright. As you step inside, you see a gentleman with a staff and a beard. And he looks at you and goes like, "Welcome! I have a variety of magical wares if you're interested."
Me looking for protection to improve myself in combat. Protection and something to help make damage stronger. In other words, just to say this out of character, does this shop has 1, the Ring of Protection, and 2, Belt of a Hill Giant? Strength? That's like the only accessory that I can find for Harbrock that you would wear.
Yeah. As he looks, he goes like, "I can only really provide you with the Ring of Protection." He brings it out and it says 2,000 gold pieces.
Harbrock gives him just that, and wow, actually just realizing Harbrock has a lot of money because everybody is paying for her. Is there anything else that he might have that could suit Harbrock's strength need?
Unfortunately, you'd probably have to go to the Grand Exchange for anything else. I mostly carry, like, small accessories. We don't really have a whole lot in the way of, any kind of, like, belts or anything. Mostly, like, amulets and such.
Harbrock nods and goes, "What you recommend for me to improve in damage output in magic effect?" She tries to think of a word, but obviously she can't.
You might want to ask about, giant strength belts. Those are, pretty popular among warriors who, want to augment their strength. Yeah, the Grand Exchange might be the place to check that out. There's a number of magical items there. I don't know where these adventurers get them from, though.
Harbrock nods and goes, "Maybe from dungeons or monsters that they take from corpse. Something like that." She nods and goes, "Me do that." And she looks over to Albert, waiting for him to buy whatever he needs to buy.
So, Albert, I assume you're going to ask if he has an amulet of the devout? Alright, as you ask that, Zaf pulls out this very nice, ornate-looking Star of Saradomin. A man of cloth and taste. I believe this is what you're looking for, my priestly friend. 1,500 gold pieces, please. I am glad you know your customers. He nods as you pay him and he goes, "Of course, sir, of course. Gotta tailor the experience to the person." And you can add the, I think it's the first level of it for the Amulet of the Devout. The one that gives you +1 to your stuff. Anything else you're looking for, Albert, besides that? Or shall we start having you guys meet up with the others at the Grand Exchange? Alright. After you pay and you put on your new amulet, you and Hobrog exit out of the shop just as Luke and Frank are exiting, or as Luke and Frank reach the center of town, and you see that they are also heading towards the Grand Exchange. So you guys all join up and head towards the GE. As you reach it, though, you pass through the big walls and the 2 giant hand statues with gold pieces in them, and you see a bustling marketplace of people yelling about bank sales and seed sales and buying girlfriends, or GFs as they say. And you see right ahead is a bunch of clerks helping with buying and selling and storing and all that stuff. What do you guys think of the place?
Hold on. I just imagine like some like random person like breaks the fourth wall and is like, "Buy our SGP," and then a bunch of people just start beating him.
Corruption at its finest.
Hobrock is just looking around confused. What is GF?
I don't know. Sounds like a weird thing to trade.
Hobrock walks up to that specific person, determined to find out what GF is.
He doesn't acknowledge you. He just keeps saying, "Buying GF" over and over again. And you see a guy next to him saying, "Dancing for money, Plox."
Hobrock looks and just tosses the guy like 100 GP.
The man just gobbles it all up.
She looks very concerned now and just walks to one of the markets or whatever the Grand Exchange is gonna look in this universe.
It's just a center stall, so you have the people in purple robes who are, so the clerks there.
So she walks up to the clerks and goes, "Why are they all do this? Why you not call guard?"
Honestly, we can't stop them, and the guards can't do anything to them. I don't know why, I don't know how. Anyway, how can I help you, ma'am?
Hobrock goes, me want a belt of giant strength.
Alright. Any particular giant?
She looks at her pouch, her gold pouch for a moment and goes, "Whatever can get me this, whatever." Wow, hold up. Damn it. "Whatever amount me buy with this." She drops the gold pouch, trusting the clerk to count. She has about 3,932.
Alright, give me 1 second. The clerk is looking through various different sales offers as I quickly look up the types of giant. Okay, so Hmm. Cheapest I can get you is the belt of Hill Giant Strength.
Then me get that.
Alright. That'll be 3,000 gold. And did I
Well,
forget how much?
there goes my 3,000. Hobrock doesn't even try to take it out. She just looks at the clerk, trusting her to do that counting.
And so, the clerk does just only take out the 3,000. And after a few moments, she pulls out the belt of Hill Giant Strength and hands it to you.
Good lord, my stats look so beautiful right now. I forgot, are we still doing the rule of attunement to official D&D rules, or...
Just attune to it.
Couldn't hear you, what?
Just attune to it.
Okay. Alright, so Hobrock goes on ahead and puts it on, and just nods at the clerk saying, "Thank you." And she looks over to the guy saying he's buying a GF again, and she just still has it in the back of her head. What the hell is a GF? Before just waiting for the others at the entrance of the Grand Exchange, I guess?
Alright, did any of you guys want to get something from the Grand Exchange?
Yeah, Luke would approach the counter.
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
I'm looking to get my hands on a adamant greatsword.
Alright, give me one moment, sir. Meanwhile, Albert is just praying to Sarah Doman to ask him to cleanse them of their sins. Just because he is absolutely disgusted by the wanton greed and corruption. Anyway. Alright, one adamant two-hand sword will be 3,554 GP.
$3,500 and... I'm sorry, what?
54.
54? I'll take it.
Very good. After you give her the money, she puts it away and pulls out one adamant greatsword.
Trying to think, is there any other things I want to get?
While Luke is thinking, Frank, was there anything you wanted to get from the Grand Exchange?
I would like to look for the manual of quickness and of quickness of action.
Sorry, the amulet of what? Quickness of action, you said?
I'ma send it into the chat here.
Yeah, please do. Oh, manual of quickness of action. Okay. Oh, is that a thing that gives you like a +1 to dexterity or something?
A +2, but yeah.
Alright, as the clerk looks through her notes, she shakes her head and says, "I'm sorry, sir, but we don't sell those here. Those don't seem to be tradable."
Well, do you have any other items that could increase my dexterity?
Hold on one sec. I'm mostly just trying to find the one pair of gauntlets from Baldur's Gate 3 that boosts your dexterity to a particular thing. Just give me a moment.
Ah, damn it! I knew I forgot to do something about that.
Alright, we have the Gloves of Silence, but that's kind of it. Basically the Gloves of Thievery, they give you like a +5 to your sleight of hand.
Nah, I don't need those. You know what? Give me one of them, Belt of Hill Giant Strength.
Alright, that'll be 3,000 gold, please.
Here you go.
Alright, well, here you are then. And she pulls out another Belt of Hill Giant Strength for you.
Luke would chime in. I'll grab one of those as well.
That'll be 3,000, sir.
Harbrock is seeing everyone grabbing the hill giant of strength. And she just looks at them like, copycats.
Albert secretly already has the Belt of Cloud Giant Strength. He was the original. I'm kidding. Anyway, Albert, as you see that the gang has all just gotten this belt.
What's the adamant two-hand sword, by the way?
That should be, what was it? You're at +2 now with the Mithril one, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be +3 then. But yeah, Albert's good. Albert, you just see the others walk up to you, all wearing the same belt.
Harbrock is just looking at them, shaking her head like, stealing fashions. Stealing fashions. Like, that's all she's thinking. Like, they're trying to mimic my fashion.
Copycats. Alright. Anywhere else you want to go? Sorry. Anywhere else you guys would like to go?
Luke would aim to post sales for his chainmail, 8 javelins.
Alright, that's the original
greatsword
chainmail you had.
2.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, so your +2 greatsword, which we have mithril greatsword. Alright, so for the mithril two-hand sword, you would get 1,291 gold pieces. You'd get 30 gold pieces for your chainmail. And 160 for the javelins. Let's see, that's 190 from your javelins and chain body. Plus... So in total you would get 1,481 gold pieces.
Alright, alright.
Oh, real quick, someone has redeemed the hydrate thyself, so if anybody's here is dying of thirst, here's your reminder.
Luke would then, I guess, sell his halberd +2 and his spear. And...
So you sure about the halberd?
The halberd +2?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
didn't you
isn't it?
just get... Yeah, didn't you just get it?
I got that. Yeah, I have, but I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably get a better one. I don't know, with the money.
Are you sure?
I mean, hey, throw a great axe my way.
Hmm. Anyway, so the Mithril Halberd will get you 6,097 gold pieces.
Hold on. Why is it so expensive?
God damn!
I'm just going by the GE prices for this thing in old school. Probably
Six,
because it's a halberd.
okay, six,
Halberds are
what?
really useful in this game. 6,097.
Hold up, are you going for the actual GE or just the in-game value?
The actual GE, because you guys are selling this stuff at the GE.
Why the fuck?
Okay, fair, I get it.
You were buying stuff at GE prices, I may as well let you sell stuff at GE prices.
And then he'll sell his spear as well.
That'll be 268.
Alright, that brings us up to 16,705.
I just want to make a quick clarification. As a dungeon master for the other campaign that I will do once we finish this, this is not how I imagine us doing the Grand Exchange. I'm just laughing too hard right now.
Man, I have already been giving you guys plenty of level ups. I may as well be generous with GE.
And for that, we love you.
Damn right you do.
How much would an adamant spear be?
$961.
I'll take it.
Alright. So yeah, add the +3 spear to your inventory. Anything else you'd like, sir?
I don't know. Is there anything anybody else needs?
I mean, hey, I would love that adamant great axe.
Adamant great axe? How much would that be?
Give me a sec.
Like, it probably doesn't exist, but if anything, I would probably combine it with, a halberd or a two-handed sword. I think they're the same price.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm looking it up now. Alright, adamant great axe would be 3,894.
I'll buy it.
Oh, god damn.
Alright, enjoy your +3 great axe.
Alright, time to grab that shit then.
Yep, enjoy. Alright. Anything else you guys like to buy before we wrap this up?
Yeah, y'all need.
Yeah, the Amulet of Health.
Okay, that one.
I just realized something reading the description of the adamant great axe, and it scares me.
Did you accidentally grab one of Luke's?
No, he can't. My content's not available.
Then how is the great axe scary?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Old D&D rules is if you hit a 19 or something is a critical hit, right?
It's usually 20 unless you have particular feat or something.
Okay, well here's
Yeah.
an automatic whenever you hit.
I'm sorry, copy paste that for me? You might be reading it wrong. Anyway.
I might be. I'm wearing glasses, so obviously that's the only solution of my problem.
Yeah, anyway, to answer your query about the Amulet of Health there, Frank, it'll be 2,000 gold pieces.
I would like to put on my glasses and could you go a bit lower on that, please?
Unfortunately for you, the Grand Exchange is unaffected by your negotiating tactics because you need to talk to the actual person selling it. So the GE clerk calls over the person with the offer, and now you can roll your persuasion check.
Hello there. Could you go a bit lower with the price of the Amulet of Health?
All right,
Oh
let's
wait,
see
I
what you roll.
actually get advantage, so that's a dirty 20.
All right, let me do a charisma save. Anyway, to answer the question that was on everyone's mind, Hobrock misread the description. It's critical hits on objects. All right, you succeed, and he goes, fine, I can go 1,500 gold pieces.
Sold.
You bastard. Enjoy your amulet.
Luke would nudge Frank and be like, "Get another one."
And could we get another one for the same price?
Roll persuasion again, and remember to have advantage.
That's 19.
He critically failed his charisma save, so you get it for 1,250.
Luke, give him the money.
Righto.
Oh, my brain.
Oh, I
Enjoy.
guess. Sorry. After everybody else is done, once everybody else is done, I would like Halbrock to go and sell her mithril great hacks, than just to get rid of the extra weaponry.
All right, one sec.
Yeah, and I would also like to sell my 2 normal daggers and a short bow, which I have for some goddamn reason.
Default equip.
Yeah.
All right, so the 2 daggers will be a total of 75 gold pieces. And the short bow will be 50. And now for the mithril great axe. You get 1,291 gold pieces. All right, anything else?
No, I think I'm done.
Sarah Doman, have mercy on your souls then.
The music had to stop for a minute. Sorry. I was
Sarah
focusing on
Doman is
that.
that displeased with your actions.
God damn it!
Anyway, as you guys finish up with the GE, because I assume you're done now, right?
No, actually, I would also
Oh, you gotta
like
say
to
it like
walk
that.
up to the. Nah, I'm done. I'm done.
Anyway, as you guys are leaving, you guys see a big poster that says Shady Sherman suspiciously successful wares. Help wanted. Adventurers needed.
With Hobrock's reading capability, she only sees help wanted. Everything else she's like struggling with.
Steve,
Hmm?
I need runes, Steve.
Okay. Yeah, how many runes would you like, Luke?
Yes.
You know your rune pouch can only fit 200, right?
I need 156.
Alright, that'll be 312 gold pieces.
Alright, sick. Carry on.
Alright. Anyway, yeah, you guys just see the help wanted sign. Hobrock, as she said, as he said, I don't even know anymore. I can't. Gender is a social construct. Can only read the help wanted part. Anyway, what are you guys' response to it?
Hobrock points
Well.
over and she goes, it says help wanted. Me not know other words. What is other words?
What is on the sign, Steve?
Shady Sherman's suspiciously successful wares. Help wanted. Adventurers needed.
All you need to
Albert.
know, Hobrak, is that. Oh, sorry. Say whatever, Albert.
Yeah, Albert was just gonna say, adventurers wanted. Or sorry, adventurers needed.
Hobrock's, oh. Maybe we could see what they want?
Well, if somebody posts a job listing over here, that means we're gonna get paid, you know? So let's go.
Yeah.
I mean,
suppose as long as it's mostly ethical.
I mean,
Cool.
we could, but we do have those missing people to deal with.
Very true, Albert. Also, my bad.
Maybe we see if they related? We can ask. See if they have some connection between missing people and whatever help they need. Anybody agrees
So
with
do we-
me, or
Yes, so, as I asked the party, so do we go there? Looking at Luke and Albert.
How long would we feel we have to look for these missing people?
You have no idea, but odds are since they've been missing for a while, you probably have at least a little bit of leeway. I mean, technically speaking, Frank kind of already knows where the missing people went, because he already investigated, like, last session. So,
which would be less than a day, right?
yeah, it's been less than a day since then. You guys have time to do one more adventure. Just 20-minute adventure, just in and out. Just 20-minute adventure.
Several days later, we're just like,
How many mini quests does it take for us to get to the point?
Let's get back
All
to the
of
point.
them.
Anyway,
Luke would nod in approval. Sorry, Albert, but I think we got enough time for seeing what they want. Couldn't hurt.
All right, I guess we go.
Yeah. So as you guys take a close look at the poster, you see that it says for all those interested applicants to come to the Shady Sherman offices in East Varrock. Inquire within. Quickly, everyone roll me perception.
Roll you what? I'm sorry.
Perception with your eyes. Use
17.
your special eyes.
Nah, you see, I'm
11.
gonna use my nose. Smartass. My passive perception is 12, if that means anything.
Roll your perception normally. So
Okay, alright, just
So Luke
wanted to
got
make
17.
sure.
Luke got 17. Frank, what'd you get?
11.
Rip.
I
Wait,
got
hold
a
on.
15.
All right, you got a 15. Wait a minute, Frank.
Oh wait, reliable talent. That's a 17.
All right, we got two 17s, a 15, and we just need Albert. 21. Not bad. All right.
God damn.
As you guys are looking over the thing, you see that in small fine print at the bottom, you see Shady Sermon Services do not take any responsibility for any maiming or disembowelment associated with the job.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I have to read this out loud. Somebody responded to Albert. Rolling the highest one, I think, and goes, priest can see for a reason. He has visions. You're not wrong, but damn.
Anyway, you guys start making your way to East Varrock, and you see a pretty nice-looking office building that leads Shady Sherman Industries. And as you step in, you see this at the front desk. You see this heavily wrapped up figure go, "Name an appointment."
The name's Raven. Luke Raven. And company. And we're here about the poster in the GE.
One moment, please. The figure is silent for a little bit before saying, "Mr. Sherman will see you now. Please head up the stairs and enter the double doors."
Oh, right. Thank you. And he would walk around to go to the stairs after shrugging to everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys reach this big set of very luxury-looking double doors, and as you open them up and step inside, you enter a very cozy-looking office space. In the far back, you see this big fireplace burning, and above it is a picture of a gentleman in a top hat and a cane with a skull on it, looking down at you from it, with a signature look of superiority on his face, and a big chair. To the side, you see a bunch of exercise equipment, and to the other side, you see a few display cases. In one of them, you see a pair of glasses that has a light gray colored lens and an orange copper colored lens. And Frank, do you have your special glasses on?
Yes.
You feel them shiver as they look at him, at this display case. Frank, you also recognize the red gem that you had saw when you raided the auction area, as well as the briefcase that was there. And as you guys get closer to the desk at the head of it, the chair turns around, you see the man from the picture look at you both from his monocled eye and goes, "Hello. I take it you're here to see me about the job listing. Tell me, what are your qualifications?"
Me kill. Really good, she says real quickly, and that was it.
Excellent. How about you, Sunglasses? What are you good at?
I can give out just as much damage as I can take.
Hmm. And you, Mr. You look like a seaman.
God damn it. Well,
Harbrock goes and goes, his name is Cadet Seaman Frank.
Right. Well, Cadet Seaman, what are you good at?
well, I'm stealthy as fuck. I can basically convince someone to give them their stuff for almost free, and I'm pretty good at stabbing.
First of all, it's Alan Rickman. Let us give the actor his respect. The late Alan Rickman was a legend. But yes. Back in character. Yes, I think we can make use of your skills here. And he looks at Albert and he goes, a priest of Saradomin. Interesting. I don't think we need to go over your talents. Well, I have a rather simple task. There is an individual who has been causing me trouble. He has been breaking into my buildings, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. I would like you to take care of him, if you can catch my drift.
Do you want him gone permanently or just so that he doesn't bother you anymore?
I can only promise to try and stop him if a peaceful approach is here. Well, ideally, I would like him permanently taken care of, but I will leave it up to your discretion. So long as he ceases to be my problem, I can make no complaints.
Me promise that if he problem when we try to speak for sake of Albert, me make sure me bring his head to you as evidence.
Wonderful. So, standard rate for this will be 5,000 gold pieces each. I trust that is acceptable terms.
Indeed.
As Cadet Seaman here says, indeed, Harbrock shrugs, thinking it is acceptable at least.
Very good. So, to give you a quick synopsis, there is a particular gnome who has been breaking into my warehouses and whatnot. Last I saw from the reports I had, he was hiding out in the slums to the south. If you can find him and take care of him up to your discretion, I'll be most appreciative.
I would like to ask you a question, sir. What exactly are those items in those display cases over there? And I point at the 3 items.
Two of them are from a auction in Birthrope. Actually, now that I think about it, weren't most of you there at the auction? How curious, yes. The cadet, the man in the sunglasses, and the orc, all 3 of you were there at that auction. How interesting. Well, the stone is a particularly well-cut ruby, unique even. It is of the finest cut and reflects light in its purest quality. The case is a failed invention of some kind, a magical device called a super polymerization device, or SPD. As for the glasses, and then he just smiles and goes, "Oh, that's a trophy from when I first started, a rival's glasses that he gave to me after losing a bet. And the smile just kind of fills you guys with just shivers, just because it's just creepy when he smiles.
Ugh. Stop doing that.
Right. Oh, I apologize. I don't often smile. And then he resumes his typical frown. I just get a little nostalgic for the older days. In fact, there was once a young fellow who helped me, just as you will be. Not in the quite that way. His name was Clyde. Good worker. Yes, he was very helpful back then.
Do you
Pity I
mean...
haven't-
Do you mean Clyde Christensen?
Yes, it has been quite some time since I've seen him. He left Varrock some time ago. Otherwise, I would have directly approached him about this task in mind. But
Oh,
such is life.
we know of Clyde. He was with us a while ago, but had to do something real quick.
Really? Well then, I trust you will live up to his reputation of success then.
Habrak thinks for a moment and go, so far, me see strength in him.
Yes, he was indeed a hard worker. Now, will there be anything else?
Habrak
dude.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do those glasses have any connection to these ones? And I point my finger towards my face.
Yes, I do believe so. He smiles again and laughs. Yes, that's right. After he lost those glasses to me, he started wearing that pair. How interesting. I thought they auctioned it off after he died. And go ahead and roll insight, Albert. As Sherman laughs, you get a sense that there's a sick satisfaction to seeing the pair that Frank is wearing. Almost as if he personally sold them off or took them off the body of the dead man that they supposedly belong to. You can't quite tell why you get that feeling, but there's something in the laugh that just leaves you unnerved. This man is not exactly scrupulous in his dealings. Albert just tries to keep himself calm to prevent himself from showing how unnerved he is. Now, if that will be all, you are dismissed. Come back to me when your task has been successful.
Yeah, thank you so much, Professor Snape.
For real.
Come on, Alan Rickman has a long history of acting roles. We can talk about him in more than just the Snape voice. Like, let's show respect to Alan Rickman, guys.
We are mentioning his most popular role.
The less I hear about Harry Potter, the better. Anyway,
It's still good. I'm just saying it's still good, but it just sort of closely sounds like Snape.
truth be told, I was more going for Ant Fish's Dio, but yeah, I'll have to admit I did kind of lean into Alan Rickman there. Anyway, you guys start heading out. And once you're outside the office, I think now would be a good time for a quick break. Let's do 30 minutes.
Yeah, that works well. I believe now it is a good time, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so let's pause for now, and I'll see you guys in 30 minutes.
See you guys soon. Hey everybody, it is the host of the stream right now. Our, our Dungeon Master is at this moment having a little problem with Discord, so please be patient and wait 1 minute so we can discover what's going on, but we will start very soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, minor technical issues led to a little bit of a delay. Anyway, so y'all are now outside in the Varrock streets. Where do you guys want to go now?
Probably wherever Shady Sherman told us to go, which was in the slum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there's nothing else anybody else wants to do, I'm heading towards the slum.
I'm heading to there too.
Luke would be following.
Alright, assuming Albert is going with you guys too. It doesn't take you too long to reach the slums. They're just as slummy as when you guys were here last. Where in the slums would you like to go to look for this guy?
He sets to the south, so the southern part of the slums.
Yeah, that is the slums. You're in the slums section. That's in the southern part of the city. That is
Yeah,
where
but
you are.
he said south and south again within the same sentence, so I'm guessing.
That was me stuttering.
Oh,
Quick, let's all mock him now.
I'll kill you. I'll end the campaign right here if you If you do that, do not mock speech impediments.
What, you're gonna summon Virago on us?
No. I'm waking up Guffix.
And Hobrock looks around to see, I don't know, I guess for any evidence of where this person might be, any clues?
Alright, roll perception or investigation.
Here we go. So I'll go with perception then, since that's my highest one. And I got a 21.
Wow, that's pretty good. Alright, as you're looking around, looking for clues and whatnot, you see some bandages that look very reminiscent of one of Shady Sherman's secretary. And you see that there's like a trail of them that leads to a particular set of houses on the southern part of the slums.
Hobrock points out, she goes, "Look! A clue!"
Some bandages. Well, that's a good clue.
Huh, I guess we follow it then.
Hobrock nods and does that. Basically just starts following the, you said it was trail, right? Like a fallout, do we could see it leading?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah,
yeah,
you can.
so she doesn't look up, she just looks down and starts following wherever it goes.
Roll me a dex save real quick.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, luckily I have advantage. Alright, that's a 19 plus 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, and 24 because I have a +1 on save.
Alright, you managed to, as you're looking down, you managed to narrowly avoid getting your head conked on by a sign that you did not see because you're looking down. Anyway, you're brought to, like, a set of, like, 3 different, you come to this, like, set of apartment buildings, and the trail kind of ends without really indicating which of the 3 apartments that are nearby they were leading to. There's also, like, a shed in the back.
Hobrock looks at the other to see what they want to do then.
So, do we split up, or...? Hello?
Good question. This is a small place, so splitting up works.
Alright, somebody to the shed and the other ones just split the buildings. Who wants the shed?
Yeah.
Hobrock would do that. Hobrock will go to the shed. She'll go, "Me get small house," and goes to the shed itself.
Alright, as you get to the shed, do you try opening the door?
Well, she first tries to knock, you know, like, she has some form of manner. She gently knocks on the door first.
You hear the sound of something moving behind the door, but you don't hear a response.
Hobrock knocks a bit firmer now and goes, "Me not going to knock second time."
Silence, just You feel as though someone was going to give you a smart aleck response, but had to hold it back.
Halbrock goes to kick down the door.
All right, roll me an athletics check.
Yay, athletic! And that is a 18.
All right, you knock down the door, and essentially flatten somebody who goes, all right, I healed! Take it easy!
Halbrock looks at them and goes, me told you, me not knocking a third time.
No, you said second time.
Halbrock goes and tries to count. Whatever! Me told you, me not doing it again.
Thought you would leave after a little bit. Ow.
Halbrock looks at him. Does he resemble... Well, hold up, did Shady Sherman tell us what this person looks like, or...?
He just said it was a gnome. But before you ask, no, it doesn't look like that person. It's just a gnome, but he looks like a wizard.
I want to make a joke so badly that I'm refrain for that for now, and looks at him and goes... She squints her eyes at him and leans in a little bit closer, and she goes... Have you broken into any warehouse recently?
Who wants to know?
Halbrock is like staring at him, trying to intimidate him as she's starting to get angry.
Maybe it was me, maybe it wasn't. Why do you want to know? Did you hear me?
No, I did not. I don't know if it was me or you, but
Right.
it sounded. It did look like you popped up, but then you like vanished.
Weird, okay, so then let me re-say that again. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you?
Halbrock just sighs for a moment, trying to think of a proper word in common, and goes, he breaking into very rich man place. Me trying to stop him. Kindly.
Really? Knocking down doors is how you do things kindly?
Wanna see me not do it kindly next time?
Well, you see, what if I told you that said rich man might be evil and the person breaking into them might have a reason to do that?
She tries to think what he's meant by that. She goes, explain.
Well, what if I told you that the guy who owns all those warehouses that are being broken into might be a necromancer who is using an undead workforce to essentially avoid having to pay people to do the jobs that he needs?
She looks at him. She goes, and you... what's the word? You have... proof! Yes, proof, right? You have proof of that!
More or less. I've seen, well, let's just say the person breaking into them has proof. Definitely a lot of necrotic signatures and suspicions from the Wizard's Tower and House Arceus and Great Corend, just a matter of putting it all together,
Then you come with me. Wait, you saying you the one that broke down? Break in warehouse?
I said nothing.
She goes, close enough. You come with me. We have to tell friends.
And how can I trust you and your friends, exactly?
Halbrock looks at him, thinks for a moment, and goes, one of them is worshipper of Blue God.
Yeah, that doesn't say much, to be honest.
She shrugs and she goes, well, you either trust me or not. But if you run away, they not believe you actually trying to stop evil bad guy, and we might have to kill you. You have options.
Fuck me. Alright. Could you just do me one favor?
Yes?
Please take this door off of me.
Oh, sorry, what was the favor?
Please take this door off of me.
Harbrock looks and goes, oh, yes. She goes and she just lifts the door up and then just gently places it on the wall.
Ow. And the gnome gets up, dusts himself off, and follows you to join the others.
Harbrock walks and goes, me find that someone that broke into warehouse and he has reason why. Explain. She goes and she just gently shoves him forward, like a puppy trying to walk.
First off, don't say it so loud. Sherman has ears all over this fucking city. It's bad enough I had to hide in a frickin' tool shed. Anyway, yeah. And Albert goes, he does? Yeah, you'd be surprised. Did you think all these bandages were something I dropped to lead people here? No, I was being chased by undead minions. So long story short, Shady Sherman, first name Yorick, is a necromancer. I was tasked by a couple of wizards over at the Wizard's Tower to make contact with House Arceus because it looks a lot like their spellbook, and apparently Sherman and his family were gravediggers over in Great Corrund. They stole some spells and has been using it for his own ends to make money. Albert's eyes twitch at the word necromancer.
This is fucking outrageous. It's called rest in peace, not rest in production.
Yeah, well, you tell it to the goddamn money grubber. Basically, he's using it not just to basically avoid paying people a living wage to do the jobs he wants. And from what I gather, a lot of the people that, end up getting revived are people that owe him a debt. It's pretty bad.
Is he giving them a dying wage?
Ha ha ha, very funny. No, he's giving them no wage at all.
Alright, so what's your plan to stop him?
Well, I was planning to get some evidence to the king, but there's two problems. First off, he's kind of bribed a couple of the nobility to help hush up any attempts to expose him. He hasn't completely revealed what he's done, but he's gotten some allies in the court. And secondly, the evidence I had got destroyed, so I need to get a new thing of evidence. So, yeah, it's I'm not exactly in the best place right now.
What if we just kill him?
Yeah, if you enter that place of malicious intent, his army of zombies will tear you apart, right?
And what if we just destroy the army?
I can deal with that to a point. Yeah, well, here's the problem. Said army, as far as I'm aware, has almost a limitless number of minions, basically.
As he's saying that, you can see Harbrock's face getting a little too excited at the word unlimited and undead and army, and all she's thinking about is dancing around the field of corpse while she's making more corpse.
Okay, is she okay? She looks like she's getting a kick out of this.
She likes to fight, and when you say, unlimited fighting,
She is. Yeah, okay, let me break this down for you. You can't win against the infinite number of zombies. They'll tear through your flesh, bite you, poison you, slowly weaken you, and chip away at your health before we could even reach the front door.
Harbrock looks, hears all that, and she goes, So what you're saying is we have to keep killing to avoid them from biting us, killing us, poisoning us, and she tries to list the things that he says.
No, I'm saying that you can't attack this head on. And besides, if you try breaking into his place and trying to kill him, he will have the guards arrest you.
What if we set up a trap? We take you, tie you up, go over towards him, say we caught you, and then in his office we just, you know?
You'll be arrested for murder. And you're also assuming that the Sherman that's in that office is the real Sherman, and not a body double. Albert goes, so we need to be smarter than, well, usual.
Damn. I don't know if that's an insult to all of us or just... Damn.
Yes, it's an insult to all of us.
Look, your collective IQ is equal to Albert's IQ plus like 3. It's not great.
Rip.
Y'all have one brain cell and Albert has complete custody over it.
You know, you don't have to be that accurate. Damn.
I think we only have like the three of us, me, Luke, and Hobrek have one, and it just kind of jumps around, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, basically, if we want to get this done, I'm gonna need some help getting that evidence and getting it to the king.
We can do that. If we need someone to sneak in, she points, she gestures over to Cadet Seaman and goes, they can do it. They very sneaky. And if we need to fight, me and Luke can do it.
God damn.
Alright, well, I guess that's as best as we can get. And if do you guys have like a way to get into contact directly with the king?
Habrak looks at him confused and goes, we can't just walk in?
I mean, you can, but that doesn't mean you'll get like an actual audience with the guy.
Well, if you think about it, well, we do know Sir Tiffy from Falador. Could he, like, you know, have some connections?
Yeah, that could work. Alright, let's start getting this heist done with then. Alright, follow me. Oh, by the way, my name's Obley, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I'm Frank.
His name is Cadet Seaman, Frank. Like I try to correct him there.
My condolences, Cadet.
Thank you.
Habrak, I can't take this seriously. Give me a moment.
Alright. Anyway, follow me. And Obley starts leading you guys to the west. Into a different part of Varrock. And he eventually comes among... While David is dying, Albert introduces himself going, I am Brother Albert.
Alright. So what are we doing now after I'm done laughing like crazy?
Obley is taking you to the warehouse.
Alright. Cool.
As you get there, you see a warehouse, and the front door is guarded by two identical-looking guards that seem to resemble the bandaged-up secretary that Sherman has. They seem to be standing pretty heavily in guard. Obley points to one of the windows and goes, Alright, so when I got in here, I managed to do an illusion spell and sneak through the front door, but this time, we might want to have just a traditional way of sneaking in. So, Frank, I think it's up to you to, well, pick the lock on that door and just get in.
Didn't he point to a window?
Sorry, I meant window. My bad. Look, I've been stuck in that shed for a while. I took a head injury when your friend knocked the door on me.
Yeah, Holbrecht sometimes does that. Is the window closed?
Yes, it is, and it also looks like it's locked.
Well, I would like to go towards the window and unlock it.
Roll sleight of hand, please.
23.
Click. The window opens up just right, and you can now carefully maneuver your way in.
I would like to do that.
All right, as you do, you find yourself behind a conveniently placed stack of crates. And you see the warehouse is completely stocked with crates, as far as the eye can see. And the ones right next to you are labeled bronze, iron, steel, mithril, adamant, and rune. Looks like it's a bunch of armor. But you can't open the cases because, like, they're pretty well nailed in. And you see a bunch of workers trotting around, going from each one, from crate to crate, compiling, checking stuff.
Alright, first of all, I would like to roll stealth to not get spotted.
Go ahead.
Alright, that's a 21 because of reliable talent.
They cannot see you.
And also I would like to roll, would it be perception or investigation to try to find any crate that's labeled, I don't know, necromantic shit?
Roll perception for me.
That's a 17 because of reliable talent.
Yay. Alright. As you look around, you see that there's like this thing in the back that seems to be glowing. You can't quite make it out from here, but if you want to sneak past the guards, roll me another stealth check to try and get closer.
Do I even have to roll when the minimum I can roll is 21 because of reliable talent?
Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you, Frank. I just like hearing the sound of the dice roll, so that's
Alright.
why. But yeah, so 21. You carefully zip, zap, zoop. You climb on top of crates, dodge past guards when their backs are turned, and you manage to make it back to the back. There, you see this kind of glowing device in the back that seems to radiate like necromantic power. And you see around it are a variety of like tubs and stuff, as well as a safe.
Ooh. I would like to go towards the safe and try to crack it.
Alright, before you do that, roll me perception real quick.
Because of reliable talent, that is a 17.
As you're about to touch the safe, you quickly notice that there is actually runes secretly hidden along its face. And you manage to avoid setting off a trap. If you want to disable the trap, roll me Arcana or Sleight of Hand.
Well, I'm gonna choose sleight of hand. That's a 21 because of a reliable talent.
You know, I don't even know why I ask. So, you carefully... how to explain how you do this? You carefully play with the surface of it, and you manage to peel off the runes, like, from the metal itself with your tools, such that the magic is still in those, like, scraped off sheets of metal, so you can now safely crack at it. And because you rolled a 21, I'm going to say you carefully listen with it with your handy-dandy stethoscope, and you hear a click as you enter the last digit, and inside you find a journal wrapped up in leather skin with the symbol of House Arceus on it, alongside 500 gold pieces.
I'm gonna take that.
Alright, would you like to sneak out and get back to the window?
I would first like to look at the device that is that radiates necromantic energy to see if there's any like notes, like sticky notes on it or something?
You don't see any sticky notes on it. It's a huge polyhedral, made of like kind of this dark stone that glows green every so often. Like it pulses and almost looks like a beating heart. But as you look around, you do see there is like some notes on a clipboard. Mostly a lot of equations and magical stuff. You can't really make heads or tails of it right now. If you want to try, roll Arcana.
Nah, I'm just gonna bucket that and skip it, get out of there. Skedaddle.
You skibbity toilet out. Okay, roll me
Nah.
12 again.
21 because of reliable talent.
All right, you make it back to the window, crawl through, and would you like to close the window?
Of course.
And would you like to lock it?
Yes.
And you do so. Anyway, you guys see Frank get back real easy peasy.
Albrock nods and gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah, so first of all, Albert, I think you are pretty well versed in magic and math, I think. So take a look at that, and I have some kind of, I don't know, tome. Probably one of those necromantic books he stole.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is what the House Arceus reported missing from their library. It's like pretty standard issue spellbook, but like, yeah, they found it really odd that nobody had a name marked up. As he sees the, are you looking at the notes or the necromantic tone, Albert, when you pray to Saradomin to avoid a bad omen? Sorry, I think I talked too fast. So, what are you looking at? Okay, you're looking at the tome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Albert sees the tome, does a quick prayer to Saradomin to avoid any bad juju from it. As Obley looks it over, he nods. Yeah, this is definitely what he used to create a lot of what he's done. And then Albert, you've been given a bunch of necromantic notes by Frank. Do you actually want to look over them, or do you want to just hand them over to Obley? He does another quick prayer before looking them over. Okay, roll me religion or arcana.
I'd be disappointed if he didn't pray for it first before grabbing the notes.
Ooh, 21. Very nice. All right, as you're looking them over, you see blasphemous works of necromancy, but you see that they've been corrupted from what they were originally designed to do. A lot of these look to have originally been wards to help the dead find peace. This has been corrupted into keeping the dead alive, and also to create a self-repairing spell that would help keep them in decent conditions to avoid decay and rigor mortis. You also see that basically there's a kind of focus that was supposed to help channel souls into the underworld that's been corrupted to keep souls here in the real world and power the zombies to do their work. Huh? Originally, this was meant to be a ritual to help them rest, channel them into the underworld. It is corrupted by keeping them in place and inside the zombies. Obley nods and goes, yeah, House Arceus uses necromancy, but they use a special form of necromancy, one that's focused on helping the dead reach their rest. It's partially why we reached out to them when the necromancy was discovered. They're actually pretty decent folks, even if we don't exactly condone their use of necromancy.
Hobrock thinks for a moment and she goes, so he basically changed everything to make it look like it was is to keep them here instead, not to put them back there. Is this the evidence you need?
Yes, it is.
We should probably...
Yeah,
we should- Yeah, we should probably go to Falador and talk to Sir Tiffy if he can get us like an audience with the king.
I kind of thought you were just going to go in there and use Sir Tiffy's name to get an audience with the king now. I'm worried that if we leave, Sherman will already get his goons, because he'll know this is missing. We need to act fast.
Hobrock looks at Luke. You, maybe you can have connection with guards to see if we can speak with King? Just directing this towards Luke, by the way.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll see what I can do.
Alright, you guys want to head to the castle?
If that's where he's going, yeah.
Is that where you're going, Luke?
Yep.
Alright, so you guys make it to the castle with Obley in tow. Where in the castle do you want to go, Luke?
Luke would approach like maybe the throne room door.
Alright.
Is anybody on station?
Yeah, you see a couple of guards there.
He would walk over to him and he'd be like, "Hey, what's going on? Former guard myself. Was wondering if we could maybe get an important audience with the king. For old time's sake, eh?"
Guards look at each other and go like, I mean, we'd like to, Luke, but what exactly is it about?
Very important business.
Alright, but if anyone asks, it wasn't us who let you in.
We'll blame it on somebody named Steve.
Oh, don't blame Steve. He died back over at the gate when the frickin' fire and stuff happened.
Oh, you have someone named Steve too. She tries to think of a random name then.
I mean, there is Steve. He has been eating all the kebabs.
Blame it on that one then.
Okay then. Anyway, get in real quick. And as you guys go into the throne room, you see the king talking with... Shit, what is his... Aeon Sig Racefer. Rasfer? Hold on. Trying to figure out how to pronounce this one guy's name. Yeah, Aeon Sig... Maybe it's Racefer. Anyway, the priest guy that's an advisor to the king. You see the two of them talking, and the advisor looks at it and goes like, "Hold a moment. What are you people doing here? Pardon my rudeness, brother, but you can't just come into the throne room like this."
We are here to discuss important matters.
Very important matters.
Saradomin guide you, by the way. Yes, Saradomin guide you too, brother. And what do you mean, very important matters? What could be so important to intrude upon my discussion? They're discussing the importance of the city and the kingdom.
Necromancer, army, workers, businessman named Shermy. Shermy? She looks at the group. Shermy?
Sherman.
That! She points at Luke real quick, and she goes, he's using undead magic.
A necromancer from the city? Do you have proof of this? The king looks rather grave next to Anasako's like, hold on a moment. You're that group of heroes. You were helping Sir Tiffy. Yes, do you have evidence? I'd like to believe you, but I do need that. And then Obley walks up with the tome and says, this was stolen from House Arceus. And our priest friend there has some notes. And Albert then presents them. The king and Aeon Sig look over the notes. Two of them look, my word. And you found this in one of Sherman's...
in one of his
buildings?
warehouses. In one of his warehouses, yes.
I say. This warehouse, does it happen to be the one that's in the western part of the city?
Yes, I think. I look at Obley.
Obley nods. That does check with a number of grave robbing issues. Apparently it was all legal on the surface, but if they're being used for necromancy. Damn it all. Beyond sake, how did this fall beneath the cracks? Well, a number of nobles have been pushing for us not to investigate the grave robbing. They are the ones that assured us everything was above board. To think they had been corrupted by this necromancer's money. Damn it all. Alright. I'll need to do some work, but I think we'll be able to bring him in. Thank you all for your help. My guards and I will try to handle this from here. You are dismissed.
Just so you know, sirs, we have been told that he might have a few men on the inside, so choose the guards you personally trust.
Thank you for the warning. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, you guys are escorted out of the throne room. Nobody looks and goes, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. This was already hard enough as is, but... man. This puts my mind at ease.
Albrock looks for a moment, up in the sky for a moment before she goes, me have a feeling... Me have dealt with him before. But not like deja vu. They don't know? Whatever the word is.
Deja vu.
Yes! That!
Interesting. I mean, it's entirely possible. There is a theory at the tower that says that we exist in a variety of different timelines. And sometimes, due to a magical backfiring or something, when similar events occur, it can trigger that kind of feeling. Although technically it wasn't Hobrock who dealt with Shady Sherman.
No, she was around to help with them, but it wasn't like in the very beginning. It was like, I remember it was like halfway through.
No?
I think. No, that's right. Wasn't it with campaign 2?
Yes, you're in the wrong campaign there, Chief.
No, but I remember she was somewhere around the line as an NPC, not as someone that dealt with them. You're right.
Yeah.
Still, potato.
Your memory's going. Anyway.
Harbrock looks and goes, now what? Do we try to make sure Sherman is captured, or do we go and try to find missing people?
Oh, you mean the people that have been going missing from the slums?
Me think so.
Yeah, you know, I actually saw something while I was hiding out there. Apparently, a couple of the people... Well, okay. I saw a couple of this weird yellow glow in a couple of houses a while back, and then the people just shambled out and started heading to the north. I was kind of busy at the time, so I didn't really follow them, but I guess they must have been heading towards the wilderness or something.
That checks out.
And almost as if on cue, you all see the sky turn red again, just like when Atlas first awakened. And then there's this huge yellow glow from the wilderness that rises to the sky, and you hear Atlas's voice projected saying, "This is a challenge for the adventurers who dared oppose me. The time has come for our fated battle. Come to the wilderness. I await your attempt to protect this world from my flames. Come, world arbiters. Come and show me your mettle, that this world is worth sparing." And then the flames dissipate, and the sky starts turning back to normal.
Harbrock looked up and then she goes, "We answering that, right? Me want to go now."
I think we should deal with the Sherman situation first. Maybe we could get a reward from it, you know?
Do we feel ready?
I certainly don't.
If you want, Albert, you could roll an insight check. 23, not bad. Alright, as you look inward and think, while you definitely don't think that y'all are, like, 100% ready to completely take him out, you do definitely feel like you're significantly stronger than when you first encountered Atlas. You think that it might be a difficult battle, but you can probably take him. And as the king had said, he's going to try to take care of Sherman himself. Things might be out of your hands for the time being in that regard. Well, we seem ready enough to take him on, but winning, it is hard to say.
Harbrock looks over and goes, "Well, me feel ready. Me think we ready. We just have to work together as team and keep an eye out for each other, especially Albert here. If he starts healing, me sure that he will be target number 1.
Well, at least let's go to the Grand Exchange and buy some potions.
Alright. So you guys want to go to the Grand Exchange to stock up on potions?
Oh, good question. Let me check to see if I have enough potions. Gonna walk in the battle without any potions?
Sounds like a certain someone. Wink wink, nudge nudge, say no more.
Hobrak, the amount of potions you have is not enough. Always buy more.
Harbrock will agree with you there. Luckily and shockingly, she only has 9 potions. We bought more?
I guess we did. Anyway.
Oh, okay,
See,
yeah, because I had potions of healing that ran out. Okay, there we go. Found it.
Okay. So you guys go to the Grand Exchange, and what potions would you like?
I only have 900, unless Luke wants to be the buyer and buy us a better healing potion.
Could you remind me the healing potions, their tiers, and how much they cost?
Alright. Regular healing is 50 gold pieces, greater healing is 100, superior is 500, and supreme is 1,350.
I'll probably just buy the greater ones.
Okay, how many would you like?
9.
900 gold then.
I'll buy. I have 9 also, so I'm gonna have to go with 9 as well. So I'm gonna have an extra 9.
9, 9, 9! Alright, yeah, so 9 more greater healing for you. Alright, anyone else need potion?
How much are superiors again? I think you just said it though. My apologies.
500 for superior.
Ooh.
Supreme is 1,350 if you're feeling lucky.
Supreme is how much?
Supreme, the highest level healing there is 1,350 each.
Ooh. 1350, eh? I'll get 3 of those.
Okay, that'll be... So that's
4,000.
Yeah, 4,050. Goddamn. Alright, Albert, do you need any healing potions? Supplement the power of Saradomin? Yeah, I think what I'll do is, before we officially kick off next session, I'll ask Murphy and Clyde if they want potions. Alright, so 10 greater healing potions will be 1,000 gold pieces.
And then I'll get 5 more superiors for 2,500, right? They're 500 each.
Yeah. Sold. Alright. You guys all set?
I am.
Alright.
I believe I am, yes.
I have
Okay.
12 potions of healing, 15 potions of healing greater, 11 superior healing potions, and 3 supremes.
Goddamn, man is trying to open his own potion shop. The apothecary out of business.
Amazing.
Alright. So, after you guys are done buying your potions, you guys start making your way to the wilderness. And I assume... Alright. So, which part of the wilderness do you guys want to try going to enter it? Like, what part of the wilderness wall?
Well, we're at the Grand Exchange, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I got stuck there last time, so Hobrock looks at the specific shortcut and goes, "Let's go around."
Alright, so probably for the Northern Gate then?
Yeah, well, probably, like, it depends on which one is closest, but it's either going around the wall to go to the north Grand Exchange wall, or just go to the the east side of Varrock to go north there.
Technically speaking, I feel like it's like the same distance just to get to the wilderness wall from both ends, but I feel like going to the Northern Gate might just be the most direct. Just because you guys just go around the castle, and plus it's also close to where Frank found those footsteps, so... Alright, as you guys are walking through the city, you see Sergeant Murphy and Clyde join you guys. And as you reach the wilderness wall, I think it's a good place to stop for the day since we don't have Clyde or Sergeant Murphy to join you guys for this epic fight. So we'll pause here for now and we'll pick up next week, hopefully. But before we do, congratulations. You are all level 9.
Woohoo! Let's talk about our level up, because I learned that people apparently likes watching players level up and what they do with their level up. So Luke, you go first. What are you adding your new level up to?
Me? That's a good question.
That's a horrible answer.
Does I get an ASI if I go into Wizard? But
yes, at level 4.
I also get an ASI if I go into Fighter.
But you'll also get more HP if you go into Fighter.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll probably go with Fighter. Ka-chow.
I'm probably just gonna take 1 level in Barbarian for the unarmored defense.
Nani?
Yes.
You just saw how tanky Harbrock was and said, you know what? Let me learn from her. You're just now in the background, in the back line. Every time she gets mad or anything, you're like, write that down, write that down.
Hobrock doing barbarian things. Frank just right behind her, taking notes.
You know, being called cadet is starting to piss me off.
Man still has lingering effects from the Great Sword.
Anyways, Luke, give me back the great sword.
Anyway,
What?
for Albert, he just put one to Cleric, which just means more spells for him. Which, yay, more spells.
Yay. And for me, it's just
I
another
said-
level in Barbarian, which unlocks a feature called Brutal Strike, which if I use Reckless Attack, I can forego any advantage on one strength-based attack roll of my choice on my turn. The chosen attack roll mustn't have disadvantage, and if the chosen attack roll hits, the target takes a 1d10 damage on the same type of weapon or unarmed strike, and I can also cause one brutal strike effect of my choice, which is first forceful blow, which the targets will be pushed back 15 feet away from me, and I can move up to them half of my speed, or I could just move half of my speed towards the target without provoking opportunity attack. And then there's another one called hamstring blow, where the target speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of my next turn. A target can be affected by one hamstring blow at a time, the most recent one. So I handicap them, or I put them to the ground. And I think that is it for me, yeah. Oh, I do get some nice juicy stat update too.
Because of the 1 point in Barbarian, I get the ability to Rage, which gives me resistances to almost to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning. Also, I get an armored defense, so my AC is now 19. And also, Rage gives me a damage bonus and advantage on strength saves.
Alright. Then I guess this is where we will call it for the day. When we pick up, we should hopefully have Sergeant Murphy and Clyde with us. And I will see you all next time. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Have a good one, y'all.
See ya.
Have a great weekend.